Hey everybody, welcome back to Lessons Learned, the podcast where we aim to turn our experiences into your wisdom. I'm Randy here today with Chris, Jared, Talon, and Talon's close friend Debo, and we're going to be weighing in today on social media and the pros and cons of it. Chris, go ahead and take us away with that.
How's it going, guys? Yeah, so I know last week we recorded, where were we, Jared? In Jersey? Yeah, we were in Jersey. So we've been traveling a lot it's been about 5 or 6 days since the last episode you guys heard. So we're in Vermont currently, just living life, traveling. We took some long vacation time, and it was much needed. So our minds are getting clear, and, kind of don't want to go back, but shortly we'll have to go back to work and get it back into reality. And, we learned a lot, met a lot of cool people on this trip, and that's just going to help fuel some further episodes, and we can talk about our travels here. So just a little input on what we've been doing in our lives here. And so one thing that has actually stuck out a little bit on this trip is the use of social media and how we can go ahead and connect with other people around the world. Like, say we ran into some people on the trail and they added my photography Instagram, and then we've been messaging back and forth, and I took some pictures for them and they took some of us, and it's just something really unique. And so we're going to talk a bit about that today, both some pros and cons of social media. So, Jared, what are your ideas on social media?
Well, I like how you brought that in. So the other day we were hiking a trail, and we actually met a couple. And as you said, you connected and everything. We connected pages, and social media is great for just connecting between, family members and friends who otherwise you would lose connection with, especially with us being military. And then, of course, if you're traveling and you meet some cool people, you can connect, some childhood friends. It's a great way to connect with friends and family. And that's, I don't know if we're going to talk social media like platform specific, but that's how Facebook came to be. It was first the social network to connect people. I guess that's a huge pro to it. Another thing is, like, a con to go along with that is I think some people might be too connected to their social media to the point where it kind of like desensitizes them to normal everyday social interactions. Because I don't know about you, but whenever I go into a restaurant, it's like one of the first things I notice are how many people are just staring at their phones.
Well, how many times have you been on a date where your date just stares at the phone the whole time?
Bro.
Zero,
if
because
Joey
I would
was
walk
on here,
away.
I would call him out right now.
Joe.
Are they just staring?
Yeah.
Is it always
Sit on
social media
Snapchat.
apps, though? Or is it just like other random stuff on their phone?
In Joe's case, she was probably on Tinder while she was with him. So.
TikTok.
Oh
she was on TikTok.
God.
He said she was on TikTok.
He can't defend himself.
Boom,
He
roasted
did say
Joey.
all right, so if you want to refer back, this was in a previous episode. She was on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
oh, my
whatever.
gosh. Yeah, so,
Was.
Talon, to answer your question,
Was.
usually I guess like Facebook or scrolling Instagram.
Yeah, that's probably
Like
true.
just scrolling mindlessly,
Unless they're a meme lord, they're scrolling through iFunny or something like that.
They're running their meme account.
Oh, man.
Hey, that's a real job.
So something you mentioned,
yeah.
Jared, was being out of touch with reality. And we were talking a little bit before we even started recording this episode, and I mentioned to Randy that that's just the highlights of their life. So thinking what you see is how somebody's living their lives. And we've talked about this before, and we're going to continue to talk about it, is to not judge your own life based off what other people are doing. Like, your life is on your timeline, and you're doing you. And to feel, I don't know, underappreciated or like not like you're living up to your potential because you're
Insecure.
looking at other people's success.
Yeah.
You're not looking at what's going on behind closed doors. They might have a good relationship on social media, and in reality, it's just crumbling apart.
There's a really good quote to go along with what you just said. I forget who it's by, but it goes along the lines of insecurity is comparing your behind the scenes to everyone else's highlights. And that's basically exactly what you just said.
Boom. Nailed it.
Yeah, I mean especially with this trip. I mean, with traveling, you can get Joe Schmo who post everything, like the whole planning process, that he's going on vacation, and then every day he's there, you see highlight reels like him posting everything that they're doing, and then after the trip that he posts all of the highlights from the trip. And then when you see him in person, there's no like conversation to be had, because you're posting every single thing about your life on social media.
I mean, in
So
essence,
I
when you
nice
think
to
about
keep
it,
some of that.
it's kind of what this whole podcast is about. It's just kind of
Yeah,
not
really
comparing
just-
yourself to others.
Right. Yeah. Lessons learned.
Lessons
Boom.
learned. Oh, we did the
Brought
thing.
it in. Look at that. We did the thing.
We did the thing. The name's in the thing.
We
Yeah.
linked it together. Okay, boys, that's a wrap.
All right, good episode, guys. Let's go. Time out.
All right. Well, for real now. So, all right. So, Debo, you're our first guest. So, welcome.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Welcome,
Howdy,
Debo.
how's it going, guys?
Yeah. Let's get your opinion on this topic.
Yeah, I kind of like how you guys wrapped it up there. Just, there's definitely the pros and cons of it. For like, it's kind of cool that you can connect everyone together like that, but also I feel like, people getting to get lost, like, in their like social media, like, it's kind of cool to like veg out and kind of, get an escape from the world, but then, your escape from the world kind of blocks you off from the rest of the world. So, I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm sure,
Absolutely,
I
that's
know
a great
Talon
point.
likes to play a lot of video games, and he'll spend hours on there online. And that's not necessarily social media, but
It's a form
I
of
guess
it.
Right. I guess, because you're still connecting with other people.
It's media and it is social. So
Hey,
Hey.
hey. But yeah, so it's I don't know. I'm sure we've all actually been down that rabbit hole where you're laying in bed and you've got stuff to do for the day, and then 2 hours goes by and you're like, holy shit, I'm still
Oh
on
my God.
Facebook.
Mindlessly
Well,
scrolling, bro.
fuck.
Like robots.
yeah. Or like
So I feel
the
like-
classic like toilet scrolling. It's like I know a lot of people that talk about
Yo.
it's like, oh yeah, I've been on the
Yeah,
toilet for like
I've been
20.
there.
Yeah, been on the toilet
Yeah.
for 20 minutes. Is like, oh yeah,
We've all
that's-
been there.
Those memes are too dank. And
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
This is like,
we've
couldn't
all
you do
been
something better with your
God.
life though?
Can you imagine the amount of Tinder matches that come from the shitter?
That's probably true actually.
Oh, that is
So-
fucking
Where I do my
horrendous.
best work, yeah.
Can we not dive down that rabbit hole?
He makes his best memes. Oh, dude. Yeah, social media is really good for entertainment. I will say that.
For sure.
It's almost too good.
It is
You
too
know,
good.
some companies have gotten a little too good to where you just keep on getting that dopamine hit. You just want to keep on scrolling.
Dopamine.
Keep on,
Okay, Mr.
keep
Scientific.
on looking at memes and whatnot.
Bro, find me some
know,
cat
especially-
videos and fucking tasty recipes and we're good.
Yeah.
Keyboard cat all day.
Fuck yeah.
Died.
So that's it's good for
away.
entertainment.
No, 2020
No,
couldn't
no.
get
2020
worse than it
sucks.
did.
I think it was last year.
Oh,
2020
Oh,
still
That
sucks.
still sucks.
Grumpy
Too
Cat.
soon.
I'm pretty sure Grumpy Cat died too.
Well, he was
Oh,
always
he-
grumpy.
Oh, he
Yeah.
dead.
Oh man,
Oh no, no wonder he's grumpy.
poor
No.
guy.
He grumpy af now.
Well, so I actually have a perk. And
He's pissing in
Jared
God's
kinda
shoes.
mentioned it before. All right, Randy. Jeez.
Cutting the man off.
No, so a perk of social media is kind of what Jared mentioned before, is keeping in touch with people you wouldn't normally. And since we are in the military, well, most of us are,
Rip.
it's nice to have, friends post like a picture like where they are around the world without necessarily telling exactly where they are, because OBSEC and all that good stuff. But it's nice to know that like somebody might also be over there with you. So like if you're struggling, you know someone's there, and you could send them a
Definitely.
message even if you don't have service. You might have Wi-Fi. I mean, we're in the Air Force. We're always gonna have Wi-Fi. But so yeah, you could just send them a message, and then if you're struggling, just go grab a beer with them. And I think that's a fantastic thing and a super upside to social
Yes.
media.
It's a matter of
Absolutely.
balance, though, because yeah, it's great to connect with friends, but at the same time, I mean, think about like your own Facebooks or Instagrams or whatever. How many people on there is people that you don't actually really talk to? Like, I mean, like I know people that have like thousands of friends on Facebook, and it's like, how many of those people are actually friends, though?
Yo. Me.
It's
That's
like
me.
you don't need to know about like these random like life events of someone that you talked to 8 years ago. Like it doesn't benefit you. Like you're not in touch
Yeah.
with them anymore. And Debo wants
That's
to say
true.
something real fast.
Yeah, but how, isn't it cool, though, that you have, your random internet friends, too, that you only know from social media?
If
That's true. Yeah, you make
to them,
friends you wouldn't
though.
even know.
Yeah,
yeah.
kind of live vicariously through them, and
I mean,
I
I gotta.
don't think I don't think it really hurts anything,
Yeah.
you know, having friends like old acquaintances that you haven't talked to in years. I don't think it hurts anything having them on your social media, you know?
I don't know. I
but-
kind of
I
fall
know-
in with Talon on that one.
Yeah, like I don't need to know like about some random girl like I knew like freshman year, and it's like I don't need to know that you have like your second
So
kid
then
or
just-
anything like
just,
that.
like,
Yeah.
It's like
delete her, homeboy. Just
Well,
delete her.
No,
yeah,
exactly.
that's what I do.
But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying is like, but there's some people that just like won't delete them. It's like I have like some people are just like I need to know everything about like everyone's life, even though they
Well,
don't
and
affect my
that's-
own life.
And that's the issue we're talking about,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
No, that's
Like-
exactly what I'm saying. Like that's the issue right
Yeah.
there.
Right.
I'm with Talon
So-
on that one 100%. Me and Talon are
Well, it
definitely
depends-
on the same page there.
Yeah. So from personal, like if it's your personal private page, then yeah, I can understand that. But
That's
also
an alliteration. Personal
like-
private page.
moving,
PPP.
but oh god, but moving into like a different use of social media, like for a company, or if you have like for me, I basically have a blog on Instagram. That's basically what it is at this point. It is my fitness page where I don't know half of my followers. Not that I don't have like a lot or anything, but I don't know half the people that follow me. But that account is it's kind of used for business. It was at first, but now it's more like just a blog. And I used it just to help people. You know, I found some good information that I feel like people could benefit from, and I just threw it out there. So I think in a way you can still connect with a lot of people that you don't know, and you'll never interact with them, but you can still share good information. You can still, going off what Chris said, you can still help people. It might not be like a close friend, but you can help someone. And then on the other side
sure.
of that, there's cyberbullying, which is a whole beast in and of itself.
Yeah, that could be an
I
episode
think-
in and of itself.
I think social media is all what you make it to
Yeah.
be. To have that awareness that like, no, I shouldn't be following all these random people. Like that doesn't matter to me, right? Like it doesn't improve my life at all. However, if you sit down and you follow people who inspire you to go out and do more and be a better person,
This is why I follow Chris.
yeah, that's like, thanks,
Wow.
But
buddy. Yeah, that was nice.
What were you saying?
Don't let
Yeah,
his head
that's
get any
like that's
bigger.
what it's all about to me, because I had deleted my Instagram. I deleted almost all my social media, and I had that for a few months, and then I felt like I was missing out on a bunch of stuff, and I was,
Yeah.
because I wasn't up to date with everyone, but it didn't matter for those few months. So when I re-downloaded it, I made a pact with myself: is I'm not just gonna follow random people. I'm only gonna follow things that will benefit me and like make me grow.
Yeah.
And I've held true to that, so I'm pretty happy with that. Granted, I only follow like, I don't know, 100 people, and I only have like 100 followers, but like I don't care. That's all I need.
Oh
that
God, why
when
you still
you-
follow me then?
is that when you made the
I don't
decision to
know.
follow stuff like photography pages and stuff like the random Instagram models and stuff like that?
Yeah, I've never followed random Instagram models, dude. Like that's not my thing. Like
That's half of
Those-
Instagram though.
That is more
Yeah,
than
it's
Yeah,
the
very
thoughts.
true.
You see, those are people just looking for that hit of dopamine, dude. Like, let me feel good. Like, oh, you're creeping me out, but thanks for the like. Like, it made me feel good. You know, like what the fuck is that shit?
For
Get
real.
out of here.
It's a problem, man.
It's a
Yeah.
and they, you know what drives me? You know what grinds my gears?
What
All right,
grinds your
Oh my
gears?
all right.
God.
Chris is
We're
triggered.
gonna get
Ready?
copyright on that.
Are you just talking about like the Instagram models, like the booty
Yeah,
girls?
Them booty
yeah,
pics.
that's what I'm talking about.
Hashtag hump day.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of useless stuff on social media,
Yeah,
That's-
there is.
without a doubt.
At the same
I
time,
mean-
though, that's also like a lot of people's businesses, though. Like those people, like like we're kind of making fun of them, but in reality, like a lot of them, that's probably how they make their livelihood.
Quote
I mean,
unquote.
with-
Yeah,
But
guys,
OnlyFans
if you want to
now,
follow my
shit.
OnlyFans,
They literally, some pages literally just use men's like hormones against them.
yeah, they
Well,
Like that's all these.
it's
Okay.
it's an online strip club. if you
I'm not
think
gonna go
about it.
down that hole.
No, let's
that
go
rabbit
down that hole.
We can go down
That's
that
what
hole.
she said.
Wow.
Michael Scott.
Follow my OnlyFans.
No,
Okay, yeah. So
this got off track.
like, oh my gosh, Instagram has, there are a lot of accounts that are on there just because they, sex sells, and obviously now
Tickle bitties.
there's OnlyFans, and it's kind of literal at that point. But I don't know. I don't think we need to go down this discussion.
All right, so what we did was we mentioned how it's kind of a business, And now, so let's wrap this up. Let's all work my magic here. Ready?
I hate
We're
you.
trying to make this podcast, right? Like, we're trying to be beneficial to other people, to help
Yes.
other people live life, through our experiences. And I feel like that's super helpful to people. And therefore, I want to push this as a business, and I want to monetize this eventually. You know what I mean? So social
Yeah.
media gives us that outlet to do so.
Exactly.
Agreed.
It helps new businesses grow quickly, gain an audience, gain a following, and
Can I
yeah, I
chime in
feel like
on
it's
that?
a great tool. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so everybody, first of all, go follow my woodworking page on Instagram, Squire Woodcrafts.
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
Shameless
Wow,
plug.
dude.
Squire Woodcraft.
Squire Woodcrafts.
Nobody follow him now.
Everyone follow me.
Didn't even have
but
a good segue
yeah,
or
no.
anything like that. Just went straight into
Yeah,
it.
right? Yeah, there
Oh,
too.
we
Let
went
me.
straight-
Can I say
Hold on a
something about
second.
that? Yeah, can I
You
say
gotta go
something?
straight
Follow
into
me.
it. No, but for real though, as much as I'm one of those people, I really am not a fan of social media, but I will say that social media has helped my business grow tremendously. I do most of my business through social media. Like, word of mouth through Facebook. People will message me and they, hey, my friend who saw your work, sent me this and I'm messaging you now because I want something. And that's a big part of my business and how I do my business on my woodworking page. And it's not just through like Instagram, but through Facebook as well. So I really can't knock social media too much because social media has done tremendously for me as far as like a business perspective. But there's aspects of social media I don't like, but a big reason I don't like get rid of my social media entirely is because it does make me money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really like a catch-22, isn't it? Like, you
It is.
hate to have it. You hate to see it. F's in the chat.
You hate to see it. F's in the chat.
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
It helps.
Big roast.
Yeah, it's I mean, you get lost in it. It's all about having that balance and being aware of what you should and shouldn't be doing on there.
You need
Yeah,
self-control.
and I feel like that's going to be, self-control, definitely, Talon. I think that's
For
going to be
sure.
like the theme with all of these lessons and what we think are the pros and cons of social media is balance.
Can we go back to the screen time issue a little
And that's it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's something that we've talked
We
about
talked
quite a few
about
times,
this.
actually.
So we talked about this in a practice episode. So if you guys want to check that out on our Patreon when we get that going. But we did talk about our screen times in one of our previous episodes. And I think that is a big part of social media. And like a lot of the problems that we have is we're on our phones and on our screens way too much.
Yeah, so if I remember correctly, I had spent over 6 hours a day on my phone.
Oh my
And
God.
that's insane.
That's ridiculous.
I remember I had
buddy.
1 minute less than Jared. Fuck you, Jared.
Hey, now.
6 hours. Yeah, I mean, you're spending almost as much time on your phone as some people work in a day. So, like,
Yeah, that's
yeah, well,
crazy.
Yeah.
It's easy to do when we don't work.
Well, I wasn't gonna say that.
Oh, but wait, let's pull this up. Let's-
You threw us under the bus there, bud.
No, we work everyone.
We work hard. We work. It's hard.
It's very hard work.
It's hard.
Yeah, but yeah. So again, self-control. That's what it's all about on social media, and it's very difficult. I mean, but the beauty of it is that anybody can become famous, hopefully, for the right reasons.
Hashtag stop making
I mean, you
stupid
get
people
these-
famous.
Yeah, exactly. There's just, I mean, I'm not even gonna mention it because I don't want to give them any more credit than they already have gotten. Like, stupid people get famous and rich.
Bro, catch
and
me
it's
outside.
not
How
so
about
true.
that?
Shut up, Rand.
That's a prime example.
That's
Yeah.
girl.
a
Yeah.
prime example.
Guys, I just said I don't want to shed any more light onto it.
We
However,
can cut that out.
I'm gonna
no,
leave it.
Probably
yeah,
not.
that's a little humor. You know what? Leave it, Talon. Even leave this part. I want the people to know how
Say
the
it.
editing process
Tell 'em.
goes.
Hey man, it's less
peeps.
effort on my part, so I don't
Fuck
care.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, like, I follow this guy. Yo, shout out Peter McKinnon. Got me into photography while I was deployed, and he has a vlog on YouTube. He's got a bunch of tutorials. He helps a lot of people out, and like, he does great work. And he shows you exactly how he does it, so you can go out and recreate it and do your own stuff just like he does. Now, that doesn't mean go out and copy everything the guy does. It means find your own style, find
Do
how
your own
you
thing.
like Yeah, exactly. But this is how you can do that.
Yeah.
It's just inspiration.
No, and that's a
Exactly.
lot of what I follow on my woodworking page. It's all about like I don't want to copy people for what they do, but I like to see what other people do to say like, hey, I can do that too in my own way.
Exactly. And that's the best part of social media is, like I've said already a couple times, it's just helping people grow.
Yeah, for sure. There's definitely the downsides to it as well. Obviously, and this is an issue that we've said definitely in the past that we're not going to get into, and I don't plan to get into it now, but politics are a big downside to social media. And I think it's really sad because you see people who are, in the past, good friends or even family members that, begin to hate each other over what they post on social media from a political standpoint. And it's like,
Oof.
when you really think about it, it's not the way I see politics is like what I think or what you think or what Jared thinks or Talon or Debo thinks is none of my business, and what I think is none of your business. And at the end of the
Right.
day, you're
So,
not
like,
going to change my mind. So why are you spewing this out and like causing problems?
Speaking of dank memes, change my mind. Randy wants you to change his mind.
Yeah. Man, the funny thing about that, like Steven Crowder, is he'll bring out a bunch of facts, and pretty much everyone he meets still doesn't change their mind. And that's
Exactly.
pretty much how social media is.
Exactly.
And
That
the problem is
a
like
great example.
all these people are the first ones to like get in arguments online, but the second you confront them in person, not even confront, just offer a debate in person. Oh man, they don't want any part of it.
They'll tell you to look at their political bumper sticker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are they called?
I've-
Keyboard warriors.
Keyboard warriors, and I've said this in the past, and I think that one of the biggest problems with social media is people don't get punched in the face enough anymore. I'm
Damn,
serious.
Randy.
I'm not even kidding. Like
Shit.
let's take this to a serious level. When even like thinking back to when I was, a kid in like middle school, when you talk shit to somebody, you really couldn't do it over social media. If you wanted to talk shit to somebody, you talk shit to their face. And if you were afraid that they were going to punch you in the face, you didn't fucking talk shit to that person. And I think
Damn,
that's a
what'd you
big
do,
problem
like a
now.
fucking hood.
Is everybody
Yeah.
everybody just hides behind a screen. You can say
Yeah.
whatever the fuck you want because there's not going to be retaliation other than what I might say back to you on the fucking keyboard. And at the end of the
Right.
day, that doesn't
And-
mean shit.
Yeah.
And people go hunting for that, like they'll go a little fishing, they'll throw a lure
Exactly.
out there and
Yep.
see who bites, and then boom.
Exactly. People want that. People want that to happen. They want that drama.
Yeah, you
Meanwhile-
replied to it, you made their night.
Yep.
Yeah. Meanwhile, life is fluttering away from you because you're behind your keyboard and monitor, and we're out here living life, man.
Yeah. I'm sure we've all scrolled upon a Facebook post where there's a huge argument, and
Yeah,
then
I
the
mean-
picture of Michael Jackson eating some popcorn. Yeah, that's me scrolling through
Yeah.
the comments for 2
But I mean,
hours.
let's be real here. Why is it that like I see plenty of shit on whether it be Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or whatever social media platform you want to talk about that I don't necessarily agree with, but I also don't feel the need to comment on every single thing and like make an argument over every single thing. Like there's plenty of things that I disagree with, but when I disagree with something, I just scroll past it. It's like, okay, I'll say to myself, like I'll look at my phone and be like, oh, you're an idiot. But I don't feel like I need to say that to them. I just like, all right, well, you're an idiot. I'm just going to scroll past it. Like what's so difficult about that?
yeah.
It
mean,
doesn't
there's no
benefit you
benefit.
at all to even speak to that person. I mean, at the end of the day, you're gonna get off your phone or your computer, and like your day's gonna be exactly the same. But on the other
Exactly.
end,
And you're going to be in a bad mood.
yeah, you could be in a bad mood, like, and at the same time, like you could have hurt someone else's like like you could have honestly like hurt someone or like disrespected them or something like that. Like then
Yeah,
you ruin your
absolutely.
day and you ruin their day. At the like if it's just on social media, just ignore it.
Just
Like,
ignore it and let it go. Like
Yeah.
that could be the biggest lesson that people can take. If you want to here's your lessons fucking learned for this episode. Ignore the bullshit. Please.
Let
Yeah,
it go.
totally.
Please.
Let
it
it
out.
go.
Half of those arguments, I would call them
Are
like
dumb.
peaceful dialogue, but no, it turns into arguments where people just end up personally attacking people.
Yeah, that's the
And
problem.
I'll tell you what, if someone does that to you, chances are they will never say that to you. Like they'll never say it to your face.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean.
So
Not enough
they
people
don't
get
mean
punched
it.
in the face.
Yeah, it completely it takes away everyone's filter. Like you don't have if you're just talking to them through the screen, you don't have to respect that person at all. You can throw out whatever
absolutely
you
not.
want. Yeah,
Right.
There's no
I don't know what.
consequences.
Like, I don't know how big Jared is behind a freaking monitor, right? But
Behind the filters.
I see him in person, and I'm like, damn, that guy is really small.
That guy
for
is
his ass.
small as fuck.
Hey, no step on snack.
No step on
Just
snack.
kidding. If y'all want to follow Jared's page, shameless plug, right?
It'll be in
Hashtag
the
tiny peen
description
Jared.
below.
Yeah. Cut.
That was rude.
Cut that one.
That was
That was rude. Hey, okay. So we've talked a lot about arguments and like got into like cyberbullying a little bit. That is that's
We
a
just
big
did it
part
right
of
now.
Social media. It wastes time. Yeah, they're doing it to me right now. It wastes time and it just it hurts people, to be honest. So
We're sorry.
don't
I
do
apologize,
it. Don't pay
Jared.
attention
I
to it.
apologize over
Stay
social
away.
media.
Stay away. You better make a post about that later.
Yeah.
Love you.
Stay away from those arguments and all that. One thing I would like to get into is a little bit is we've been talking about Twitter and
The tweeter.
Facebook a lot, but also there's like, a bunch of different apps like LinkedIn, for instance, is a really good app to use just to like get a job. You can put in your skills and your experience, and then it's a really nice, quick, and easy way to align your skills with available jobs.
Yeah.
And that's great.
I don't even know what LinkedIn does, man.
Yeah, I don't either. So that's a good
don't
point.
have
Can you
one?
dive into that
No, I
further,
don't have
Jared?
one. Bro, I've had a job for 5 years and got another 4 year.
Okay,
4
well,
years
yeah,
done,
that's
man.
one thing
Dude.
for you guys, but like when you're looking at people like me, that could be a valuable resource. So, like, Jared, do you know more about that you could dive into?
Yeah. Well, a little bit. I don't use LinkedIn a whole bunch, but when I was into personal training and I had my cert and I was going down that route, I put in my experience, my certificates, and all that, and I was looking for jobs at gyms before I decided to re-enlist. And actually, I had an interview with a gym in Ohio, and it was all set up through LinkedIn, and I saw they had a job opening, and I messaged them, and they messaged me back, and then that turned into a phone call, and it was super quick and easy. And even with the military, like you can put in your job, your MOS if you're in the Army and whatnot, and your experience, the basic skills that are required to do your job, like whether you're an NCO or not, and you can get civilian jobs after you get out of the military. I know a lot of people who have gone, Northrop Grumman or
Wow.
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 I'm not in the
Northrop
military. I
Grumman
know
there,
that
buddy.
was not right.
Wow.
NG. Okay, let's just say that. Hey, we didn't mention this is the latest recording we've ever done. I think it's close to midnight or 11. I don't
It's
know.
Relax,
11.
old man. It's
You
only
gotta
10
relax
it's
a little bit,
10:56.
Jared.
That's my bedtime.
I have to
I-
be at work at 7 tomorrow.
I go to bed early and I wake up early. Okay, I was slap happy before we started recording.
Don't worry.
I've
I'm
been
on the
slap
same
happy
page
since
as you.
fucking 8 p.m.
So if you're in the okay. If you're in the military, you enter in all this information and whatnot. Yeah, you can get a job in the civilian sector after you get out. I know a couple people who have done that.
See, I didn't know that, so that's something
So
I
that's
can
a-
look for
yeah.
in 4 years.
That's a great resource.
Yeah.
And, like, that's
That
something.
is a good lesson learned.
That's a good lesson learned, other than being punched in the
Hell
face.
yeah, brother.
So that is a great.
Randy, you got some frustration you need to get out?
Oh yeah, I would punch a lot of people in the face, but we won't get into that right now. So that is a great resource, and that's something that I would like to use as somebody, especially like I'm looking for. I'm sure it's really no secret at this point. I'm looking for any way out of New Jersey that I can possibly get, and that could be a great resource for me to kind of like put out my skills and put out my resume and find a job somewhere else that would be more suitable for me.
So why don't you? Because we just talked about last episode, I believe, how you just got back from Denver and you loved it, man.
All right, well, you need to give your balls a tug. I've only been back here for like 2 weeks. And then I had
2 weeks, you could have already had a job out there.
Brando's wedding.
Well, he just found out about LinkedIn, so I mean.
Yeah, I just found out
Yeah,
about LinkedIn.
true.
Should I get on there
All right,
fucking
true.
now?
There you
Yeah,
go.
do it.
All right, well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be on my phone. I'm going to be on my phone
cyberbullying
scrolling
me.
social media. Leave me alone for the next 20 minutes.
All right, good.
All right, fuck you guys.
Jeez.
Wow, you're hostile tonight,
I'm
dude.
aggressive at night, and I've also been drinking.
Oh
There
my
you go.
God.
Let's go again.
Get the creative juices flowing as we're trying to help people. It's cool.
I'm helping people.
Okay,
I'm
so
helping
now
people
Ran-
not get
Ran-
punched in the mouth.
Randy's making his LinkedIn account right now. So okay, a good part about social media, since we're on the topic of jobs, if you're an
Jorbs.
employer
Turker
and you're looking to
gerbs.
hire someone, you can.
Oh my God, dude. Put
If
the
you're an
bottle
employer
down.
and you're looking to hire someone, just ignore Randy at this
Just
point.
ignore Randy.
He's clocked out. You can see what a person's like, unless their account's private. Then just hire like a spy to add them on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. It's not that hard.
An
I'm gonna hire a
Insta-thought, dude.
spy.
Exactly.
Let me call
Catfish.
Russia real quick.
And you can see what a person's all about, if
You
they
can.
care about family, what kind of person they are. But then on the downside, people can see your account if it's not private.
Yeah, and I was gonna mention that before, and we talked about like being selective, who your friends are, right? Who to follow and who to allow to follow you. So one thing I will never ever do: anyone in my chain of command, which in the military is basically just like your supervisor, their boss, then like the boss's boss. I won't add anyone like that on any of my Instagram or any of my social media because number one, nothing good can come of that. Like absolutely nothing good can come of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Not on your
So I leave
personal
that-
one.
Well, what other one do I have?
Well, we have think about the
Your
Lessons
photography?
Learned podcast. Like anybody who wants to follow that,
well,
we should allow to follow.
Yeah,
that.
sure. I mean, that's different. And
I don't
but,
care if
like,
they're sleuths.
there's also you need to go to bed. But there's also I lost my train of thought. Damn.
We'll cut that.
No, we
we'll
won't.
cut that.
No, we won't. Callan, leave that in. That's fine.
Way
Yeah.
ahead of you.
But yeah. So there's also like mutual respect. Like people, at least that I have worked with so far in my career, they're not gonna add me, blah blah blah, and because they know they don't want to see what kind of shenanigans you're getting up to. Like the less they know, the easier they sleep at night.
Yep.
So
No, I agree with that. Even
I
with
think-
the regular workforce, though.
yeah, that's true.
My boss. I mean, it's a little easier in my case because my boss doesn't really have any social media, but I feel like even if he did, he wouldn't want any of us on it.
Right. Well, one because you're you.
Yeah, but
two,
I'm me, but my coworkers are also them.
true. But yeah, so
Let's not act like I'm
I mean,
the
there is
worst
a
of the
lot
bunch here. Even though I probably am the worst of the bunch here.
Debo's not really talking. What's
Is Debo still there?
yeah, let's get some input there,
here.
buddy.
Yeah.
Let's hear you, Debo.
Pros, cons.
Pros, cons. Yeah, I've never really used LinkedIn. It kind of sounds like that's where we're talking to,
You can
Wait,
go wherever
time
you
out.
want, bro.
Didn't you
Yeah.
didn't you used to have a podcast?
He
I'm mostly like a sports radio guy, but
Oh, I like
We'll talk
this. Let's
about
go
that.
that way.
Heck yeah.
yeah.
Fuck
I mean,
yeah.
I would consider radio. I mean, it's not exactly social media, but I mean, even something like a podcast, you're putting yourself out there. Other people are
Yeah,
listening.
people are tuning in, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You have an
Yeah,
influence.
Yeah, for sure. See, my biggest biggest social media vice is actually Twitter, and Twitter's just a shitstorm of everyone being nasty on the internet. So I don't know why that platform even exists, other than to just yell at people and disagree about stupid things. But
That's why it
All right.
exists.
yeah.
So let me. So
Actually, hold on, wait.
Yeah.
I've got a benefit to Twitter. As much as we all hate it, it is super nice to get news right off the bat. However, to still do research and make sure it's not fake.
true.
But it's a really quick way for news to travel worldwide, which it can be very beneficial.
All right, so Debo, I have a
Oh, wow,
question.
spin zone. I like that.
Yeah.
What's up?
So I have a question. So I've never had a Twitter account in my life. I don't plan on ever having one. So you talked about kind of the negative aspect of Twitter, and I can see that just from what I've seen from Twitter in general. what are some good aspects? Like, what would you say are benefits of having a Twitter account, especially from like a sports radio perspective or a business perspective?
Yeah, just absolutely just being plugged in, knowing like when things are breaking as they're breaking. Like seconds ago, such and such happened in the sports world. Someone got hurt, someone got paid, things like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that goes
It's like a
lot
play-by-play.
beyond the
So it's
sports
good to
world.
be
Yeah,
kind of like one of the
exactly.
first people to say, like, okay, this guy got hurt in the Giants game or whatever, whatever happened.
And I remember I can actually like Barstool did that. I remember I was watching. They did like a little mini series of like a kind of documentary during when like this pandemic started. I had nothing to do, got lost in the hours of scrolling on Barstool and watched this. And they said they would do just that. Like they would listen to news stories and listen to the cop scanners, and they'd be like the first one to put it out there. And that's exactly what you guys are talking about.
Yeah. I mean, it's a
Now-
lot easier to like throw out a tweet. You don't have to like write, like it's not a news company writing an article or recording like an audio clip or anything like that. You just a quick tweet, you can get out to people real fast.
But let's also, double-edged sword. I'll play devil's advocate a little bit here. Being the first one to report something isn't necessarily always the best thing, as we've learned with media and, social media and media in general. Being the first one to come out with something isn't always the best because you're not always correct.
But it gets
Right.
you
Ooh,
attention.
Exactly.
It gets you attention
Yeah,
though.
it's-
And that's
It does.
for a
It
lot-
gets
for a
you
lot of
attention.
people,
Viewers
That's,
is
what,
money,
that's what they
right?
want.
So I feel like for sports that's
It's
good.
less effective.
You know,
It's less impactful
people-
for sports.
People used to sit by their radios and just listen for the announcer to give them the play-by-play, and that's basically what Twitter's doing, just in a typed format. But when it comes to like news and politics,
That's a problem.
And, all of that, yeah, it can. I feel like it can definitely be a problem.
Sports are pretty cut and dry. Like if Saquon Barkley tears his ACL, as he just did, that's pretty cut and dry. You can go ahead and say that. But like some of the stuff that happens politically, when you jump right on the story, you're not always right, and that can be a problem for you.
Yeah.
And that goes into this whole topic of,
Why social
doing your
media
own
is bad.
research. Well, yeah, but like more.
No,
more
I
or
get what you're
less, like,
saying.
do your own
Absolutely, do your own
and-
research. But like, I feel like that's a big part of why from a personal perspective, why I don't like social media is because people jump on stuff so fast, and they're the
Right.
first to believe the first thing that comes out, and it's like, okay, well, did you really research what happened? Do you know
Yeah.
what
You know,
really
what I love
happened?
is
They take it at face value, and
Yeah.
they don't actually go in and actually do any research about it.
Yeah,
I love when people share like posts and articles about like something bad that happened, and then you read in the comments, be like, "Did you look at the date? This was like from 4 years ago."
yeah.
Yeah.
And, like so clearly they didn't do any research.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
shared it because it was going around.
Or just like in general, do you even know what the fuck happened?
Yeah, no.
I feel like
But-
that's kind of a boomer thing to just kind of.
Yeah.
It's like it's on Facebook, so
boomer.
it's
Oh
definitely
shit!
true.
Oh, we just
Oh,
offended
okay,
so
boomer.
many people. We
Oh,
gotta cut it.
shit. Cyberbullying, man.
We just offended all the boomers.
God. Yeah. Wow. But yeah.
No, but no,
So
that's an absolutely fair point.
Yeah. So basically, the gist of this episode was to talk about the pros and cons, and a lot of the pros can be beneficial, but you have to be, like we said, self-aware. Don't fall into those holes, those hours wasted, like me, 6 hours on my phone every day.
Yeah.
Like don't do that. Follow the right people, and not only grow yourself. If you want a business, grow it that way. It's free marketing. It's phenomenal.
It's
But
amazing.
help other people.
It's
yeah,
free real
help other
estate.
people grow,
Fuck yeah.
and like helping others throughout throughout life. Like Peter McKinnon does. He tells you exactly how to do it, and I've been following that. I've been listening to him, and I love it. Now there are cons, like we talked about. It's just all about finding that balance, and I feel like social media can be a very good thing as long as we don't let it control us.
Absolutely. And Chris,
take
I know you
control.
normally typically do the wrap up here, but if you don't mind if I jump in real quick. I think there are 100% absolutely great aspects of social media. It's like we said, you can keep like Jared mentioned this earlier in the podcast, you can keep connected with people that you wouldn't normally keep connected with. I use social media as a great resource for my side business that I do with my woodworking. And again, a reason why I would never delete my social media as much as sometimes I want to. But at the same time, there are the bad aspects of it. And I think it's really just about, you doing you and staying out of the bullshit. Like that's the big thing, is stay out of the bullshit. Like, don't jump on these fucking bandwagons of people arguing about bullshit. Just scroll past it. Like, if you want to go through and read it and get entertained a little bit, go for it. But don't fall into the trap that everybody else kind of falls into, where you just get into this argument over nothing. It's really like, it's not worth it. It's not worth your time. It's not worth the time you take out of your day to do it.
Right. So like I said, it was all about finding that balance, and making it work for you instead of it controlling your life.
All right, guys, this has been Lessons Learned. Thank you all for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast and go follow our other social media pages linked in the description. From all of us here at Lessons Learned, have a good day and see ya!